Hello! Hello, 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 hello. Hello, and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of D&D. My name is John, and I am joined by Amy.
Sorry, this video is sponsored by not KFC. Don't order from them ever.
Who may or may not be eating dinner right now and has asked us to not engage them in conversation. We are also joined by Sean.
Oh, we're not sponsored by M&M's. No.
By Sean.
We're also definitely not sponsored by strawberries and chocolate. We might be later, though.
By Richard.
Hello.
And by Tanny.
We're totally not sponsored by Walker's Squares. I have been
These are
doing
some things that we're not sponsored by. Sean, we are sponsored by
Martin Madrazo's Cheesy Bastards.
One day we'll get a real sponsorship and we'll have to do something serious like that, but...
Or we'll found a company called Martin Madrazo's and we'll make some cheesy bastards.
D&D Beyond! Come sponsor us!
I mean, to be fair, it's not as bad as some of the Sam Riegel bits, so... You know. There's that. We're back to play D&D, apparently.
Apparently.
So,
Last time, you finished the trial of preservation. You saved the life of the last surviving member of the tribe and sent him on to be... to have a life somewhere hidden away.
It was the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
You arrived back in Grimskull and headed straight through to the trial of isolation, where you were left alone in a camp for several hours.
That went so well.
As eldritch whispers and the clawing darkness stole your sanity, Cherish forgot everything.
Fuck. Even my name.
Several members of the group are currently dealing with a issue with taking damage and becoming stunned from it. And 3 members of the party engaged in combat with everybody else.
Yeah.
Upon the completion of the trial, those that survived found everybody back at the trial's beginning. And as the group struggled to come to terms with what had happened, as the party members who had turned against the rest of the party could still remember turning against the party, turning against their former friends and colleagues. And Cherish still struggled to find any semblance of memory. The worrying actions of Carrion causing them to flee. Moss tried to reach out to the Dawnwalker, and instead the message got intercepted by a mysterious figure identifying himself only as Drake, who claimed to have had dealings with Moss in the past, and...
Except he didn't call her Moss.
And didn't call her Moss.
And has a weird fetish for buttons.
Upon stealing, or being paid buttons, he restored both Cherish and Moss's memories. Cherish, every moment of your life floods back in, and you ended up giving Carrion a nickname. And as he disappeared back into the chambers where the rest of the group were waiting to to inform them that your memory had returned, he found Moss sitting, crying on the ground, and ran over to embrace.
Yep. Hugged.
Run over to slap her in the face.
Shut up!
Moss,
Yeah.
you...
If that is your real name.
You find your memories of finding a circus, traveling with it, being an acrobat and a archer restored fully. Your name, you can remember the confusion at the circus about not being able to remember it, but knowing that it was tied to this necklace you wore, and so you took the name Moss.
Yep.
You can remember your real name, your birth name. But everything before you joined the circus is still covered in a haze, as if it's a memory, a dream that you've woken up from.
Mm-hmm.
Details are still hazy. They might restore in time.
Or at least form some sort of logical line of thought.
Yeah. But for the moment, anything before you joined the circus is still a haze. But we'll return straight to this hug because, well, you're the only people here, I believe, that we've got a full team of people that can interact. So, Moss and Carrion, please kick us off to this emotional, trauma-inducing episode.
Karen has just, like I said, just ran in as soon as he saw she was crying and just hugged and hugged tight.
She will hug him back and just like have her head sort of and face buried into him. I remember bits. I don't know. More than I had, but nothing's in any order. But I was at a circus, performing, and my necklace was linked to my name, Moss. The moss in here. But he said Amber. This is Amber, right? Shows you her necklace.
It is indeed an amber necklace.
Yeah, it's yeah. So
Maybe that's why I feel like I kept holding on to the necklace, like I couldn't part with it. But I don't know why, but it makes sense where my name comes from, I suppose, but
yeah.
Amber just doesn't sound right. It doesn't feel right. There's an echo somewhere, but
Well,
I don't know.
Well, maybe it's just because obviously we've been calling you Moss for so long, and you've been living as Moss for so long. It's like maybe it just takes some getting used to. I mean, I don't know. I've never. I've never lost memories to that extent before, but it's good that you remember more though. You said not everything, but more's good.
More.
You now remember this circus, and I'm assuming
I had a bow to match my quiver. Where's that? They were a set. I was given them, maybe. It's so scrambled. I don't know. But there was definitely a bow. I remember a bow, and I remember it matched.
Well, I'm assuming you didn't see anything when because you woke up in the blizzard, didn't you? So it wasn't like you could just look around. So it might be there, or maybe wherever this circus is, maybe you left it behind, or had to leave it behind, or dropped it, or I don't know. Because
maybe.
But if we find that, if we look for that, we might be able to find it, and then you'd have it again. And that might, jog something else loose.
Mm.
I'm afraid I don't know much about this whole It kind of puts hands in your head and just wiggle fingers to indicate.
No, it's okay. Maybe I should, whether that's us finishing this or before or after, I should see whether any of this makes any sense to Dax.
Yeah, of course.
There's still a hazy memory, pieces. The horns just look so familiar.
Maybe it's so, as in Dax's horns.
Yeah, but
Well,
I don't know. Something doesn't quite feel right now.
Well, it's like you might be. Well, obviously, it's because his are more like antlers more than.
Mm.
So, I mean, I don't know. I think I've heard of some beings that grow them. I'm pretty sure I heard a story about a tiefling that had antlers before, but I didn't really pay too much attention to that story. But we'll look into that. We'll look into that and just kind of hold your hands and just we'll look into it and we'll find it and we'll find out everything.
Mm-hmm. I'd like that. Oh, and Mo is called Monument, maybe?
Monument.
No, Mountain Mouse.
Mountain?
Yes, Mountain.
Okay. Looks at Mo.
Mo flexes.
Of course.
I can't. There was a reason, and she just sort of is like tapping her forehead, like, "Come on, brain, get this together." Like,
if you look at Mo like shrugs.
Well, obviously, you might not know it now, but you will, and then we'll know, and it will make perfect sense.
Soon.
Yeah, it'll make sense.
Mm-hmm. There's Jeff.
I think I'm gonna have to write some of this down. Maybe that will help.
Yeah, maybe it will.
I might also maybe need to sleep on it. Like, it's a lot. It
Well, I bet.
could be months, a year, more maybe. Yeah, I'm just so scrambled right now.
Well, like I said, it's obviously very understandable. It's a very big influx of information. I can't imagine what that would be like. But yeah, just obviously we'll take like kind of like looks around to everyone else, like to anyone who's nearby. We'll take a bit of a break, just like a little, just like a little bit, like an hour or something. I know we're on a time crunch, but just like a little bit.
If we can, if we need to push through, it's okay. I can do it. We'll see what the others say. I'm glad I'm with you guys. You know.
Well, I know I'm glad that I'm with you. So,
Meanwhile, Dax, you exit the room and go to chase down Snicket.
Get his ass.
Yeah. I shoot him in the knee with my bow. Yeah, Sniggers?
Let's just check. Do we have a Jeff yet? Is Jeff ready to be unmuted? Yes, they appear to be.
There is a silent but unmuted Jeff. Jeff, are you there?
Yep, I am there. I
Yay.
just came in muted so as not to interrupt what just happened.
Okay.
Your timing was perfect.
As you, Snicket, as you leave the test of isolation room and duck round a corner, you look as Cherish, confused, follows you out of the room. And Carrion goes to talk to Cherish, and Dax follows around the corner to come and talk to you. And I'm going to see how this conversation goes.
You see Snicket, and he's basically slumped down, leaning against the wall, head in hands, and you can tell he's been crying.
Snicket, are you okay?
And as you approach, he actually flinches back a bit.
So I'm going to put my hands in a very sort of, not defensive as in a fight, but just sort of like non-threatening, empty hands. Nothing's going to happen. It's okay, Snicket. It's just me, Dax.
We turned on each other. We tried to kill each other.
Well, I mean, I not to split hairs, but I think I think some people tried to kill the rest of us, and we were trying to handle the situation. I think some people were affected by the magic and some weren't.
Is it that easy to turn us against each other?
Apparently. With powerful enough magic.
I don't know if I want to do this anymore.
Well, obviously, Snicket, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Is it that you're worried about hurting us, or just the general unpleasantness of what that experience was?
I never thought Cherish or Moss or AJ could turn on us like that. Or even me turning on the others on you like that. is this?
Sorry, Jeff, I missed some of that. I think my Discord froze for 1 second.
I'll say that a bit again. I never thought that Cherish or AJ or Moss could turn on us like that. So I never thought I could turn on you like that.
It's not turning, Snicket. It's someone very powerful. You know, you've seen people who are magic and they can turn people into creatures or, you know, teleport them to other dimensions. You know, it's powerful forces and they can affect your mind.
Then what can we do against that? If it's that easy to turn us against each other?
Well, I don't necessarily it is easy. You know, I think that was quite powerful magic.
Yeah, but I thought we were better than that.
It's not a question of better, Snicket. It's a question. It's just that we're all susceptible to these influences sometimes.
He was like, I don't know, it was like becoming someone I didn't like.
Well, it wasn't you. Or if it was you, it was, you know, your mind had been affected that instead of seeing us as your friends, a false reality was put there.
I don't know. I don't know if it was me or not. Whoever it was, I didn't like him. I don't know. I just felt something. It felt familiar. That's probably the worst thing about it.
That you'd done this sort of thing before?
I don't know. Maybe.
Like hurting people?
I don't know. Maybe, possibly. I just want to get out of here.
Well, sadly, Snicket, like we're not in a position where we can just leave. I mean, if we were, you know, in a, you know, even just on a path somewhere, by all means, you'd do what you want, go where you need to look after yourself. But we're sort of not trapped exactly, but not far off. And the quickest way is probably, you know, to go through rather than turn back.
You see him thinking about it for a moment. It's going to be okay, though, isn't it?
I can't make any promises like that, Snicket. There's bad things happen. Bad things happen to good people. Good things happen to bad people. It's.
What about Cherish and AJ? Are they back to normal as well?
I believe so. Yeah. Everyone. I mean, I think it sounds like even Moss has got some of her memories back, or all of her memory back.
That's good. Don't know if I want mine back or not.
Are you worried what might come with those memories?
Maybe.
Well, Snicket,
I don't know, and I don't think I want to know.
if you got those memories back, you wouldn't be the same person you had been then. You've had experiences and done things since then that, even with those memories, would make you a different person. Perhaps, you know, like for all the trouble you can sometimes cause with explosions and writing on things and whatnot, you've always been a good person, basically.
Let's just get through this, then we can get out of here.
Okay. Once we're somewhere, you know, back in civilization and not on a giant island frost winter thing, we can we can reassess.
Okay. Okay, and he slowly gets up and follows you back to the, but still casts a bit of a wary eye over at Moss and Cherish and AJ.
AJ.
Oui.
You have wandered away from the group for a moment.
Just taking a bit of time to myself.
How long do you wish to stay away, or do you wish to wait to see if somebody follows you?
I think wait until somebody follows.
Who's left?
I'm still running out of people to.
I'm just very reflective at the minute. I think if it's like 20 minutes go by and no one comes in, he'll come back out.
I mean, if it was getting close to that, Moss would have noticed by that point and
I think by this
nudged
point,
Carrion to go.
the conversations have finished. 5 minutes or so have passed since AJ went away from the rest of the group, and you are starting to notice, as your conversations wind down, that AJ is not in the outer chamber with Carrion and Moss, and not in the little corridor with Brim and Cherish, and not in the outer main room with Verlaine, Snicket, and Dax. And so any of you can decide to go and have a word with...
So the music just got really sinister then, so...
Yeah, so Moss will just say, hey, Carrion, I think I should go and make sure Cherish is okay and let them know how their memory's back.
Yeah.
But you might want to talk to AJ. You seem to know them better than I do.
Of course, we are best friends.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you go check in with Cherish. I'll check with AJ.
I think I heard a reason to say bless you.
And sorry for turning on you guys.
You don't need to apologize to me.
I've returned. What about this?
Plot. You don't need to apologize to me. It's you were affected by that place. I know that.
I know. I feel bad, and I wanted to say it anyway, just in case. But yeah, go check on AJ.
He gives you another big hug, and then
We'll hug back.
And then lets go of hug and runs to AJ.
Nice.
Well, kind of no, runs a little bit and then slows down and then kind of peeks around the corner. You right, buddy?
Kind of looks at you a little startled, but the eyes are quite blank. But then when they acknowledge it's you, just gives you a very big smile. Yes, of course I am.
I'm going to sidle around.
Oh.
And I am going... Are you just leant against the wall or something?
Pretty much, yeah.
The wall? I am going to lean next to on the wall. And just look at you with a kind of a expression.
Oh, paint a picture, Carrion. It'll last longer.
I can't paint.
Well, it's always nice to try new things. Sorry, assuming Val here means we're ready to leave.
No, we're going to take a little bit because Moss has had a revelation, has had a memory influx, which is quite the traumatic thing. So we're going to give it a minute, and yeah. So how's things with you? And kind of does a playful punch on the arm.
I'm fine, Carrion.
You're not. Another punch.
Stop it. Look, if this is about what happened then, I'm sorry. I don't.
What happened when?
Back in that room. I don't know what happened. And I don't really wish to know.
Well, you, Moss, and Cherish, and then eventually Snicket, attacked. But that was because of that weird magic in that place anyway, because of all the whispers and stuff. But I bet it's like that spell you do. There's that wisp, the whispery one. I don't know what it's called. I don't really do bard magic.
Dissonant whispers?
Like maybe it's like that. Maybe it's like the and just like.
I wasn't scared, Carrion.
I didn't think scared, but you
was...
were adult.
Think of it like a happy angry. I couldn't think of anything else but killing all of you.
Well, that's not very nice.
I mean, I wouldn't want to now. It'd be the last thing I'd want to do. But it's all I could think of.
Well, obviously that wasn't you. The maniacal laughter isn't helping my confidence in me thinking that it wasn't you now.
I meant what I said, Carrion. I meant what I said. Said it from the beginning. I don't want any of you bringing the sun back. Yet I still went with all of you. Isn't that some weird, fucked up thing? I don't know.
What do you mean you meant what you said? You mean
You know what? Hold that thought, because, even if we bring the sun back, it's fine, right? I mean, you want the sun back, don't you?
I mean, I prefer the sun being back.
Yes, but I can't have the sun back. It would hurt me. But it's fine. Maybe I could be... What? What is it?
Would it hurt you?
I don't know, but maybe... I've been thinking about it.
I understand if it would hurt you because when you were a drow, because they don't like the sunlight because they live underground and live in the Underdark and things. But you're not a drow anymore.
Changing races doesn't hide away what I've been through. As much as I have tried my best to hide it. But it's fine, because here's the thing. If I'm still with you guys, that sun's still coming back, and it's fine. Because you know what? I could be something so much greater. I don't have to hide in this dark and appease to all these people, which I've been doing for the past 2 years. I could be something greater. I don't have to be a peacock. How about a phoenix? Because guess what? Phoenixes burn, and I can burn over and over, and it's fine because I'll just keep coming back. Rebirth, right? What I've already done once, I can do it again, right? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because it's nice to see you actually tell the truth for a change. I'm not calling you, I'm not saying you constantly lie, but I know that when you're always smiling and things, is even during like the harder things and the tougher times. I know that's. I know I'm naive, but I'm not stupid. I know you hurt sometimes. I know this isn't easy for you, but you're helping anyway.
I'm burning. I'm burning, Carrion. And I thought none of you could see that. I'm burning, Carrion. I'm burning alive. I'm scared. Please help me, Carrion. I can't do it anymore.
He's going to put arm around and pull closer.
He cries tears that have been hidden for years. And they don't stop.
He holds.
You hear the sounds of footsteps approaching.
You would see Cherish will come in with a major worry in her face, like panic, and look over to Carrion and AJ and start saying, "Is everything all right here?"
You see AJ like grabbing onto Carrion for dear life, essentially.
Shit, Ruffles, are you okay? Starts pacing over. What's wrong? Is everything okay? Like, what? Carrion, like me, like looking around.
AG's been going through a lot of things and hasn't been forthcoming with that, but that's not anything bad. He's just been holding back some things. And and that trial has put a little crack in the dam. And then and that dam's now broken open a bit.
Cherish will immediately start hugging AJ tight. Oh, Ruffle. AJ. Come here.
They're still like crying, but they don't stop you.
I'm so sorry. You keep crying. Just yell. Just scream. Everything. We're here.
Yeah.
And I start pulling Carrion as well to give him a hug at the back.
Original three before we met the other ones, the other guys.
Oh, they are. I didn't realize.
And AJ, as you see, Cherish will just quickly just grab and start, like almost like kind of a motherly kiss around AJ's face, like, mwah. I'm here for you, mate. I'm here. Sorry for the kisses, but it's like that's just how that's how I used to comfort my little brother.
Make out furiously.
I think after a couple of minutes, like they calm down. They're still quite shaky, but they say, "I failed."
You didn't.
Yes, I did.
AJ, this is the most toughest journey we're on right now. All what you're feeling is completely okay. You're going to be like this for a while. And you know what? It's okay. You don't have to be avian of joy all the time. I mean, you can be the avian of sadness for a bit, and that will be fine.
I can't be. I don't want to be. And now look at me.
You have to be.
You're you.
You can't just bottle everything. It's
No.
not healthy.
It's,
And I know what you went through when you were a drow. You want to be happy and you want to kind of like push all that away, but that's part of you. You, as much as you don't want it to be and don't want to remember, you have to. I don't want to say deal with it because it's not going to be easy as that, but you have to still be a functional person.
it's all about the process of healing.
You're a person.
I'm a sham.
Please.
You're a person.
You're a person. You have a heart. You are loved. And it's okay to make possibly eternal mistakes, but afterwards you learn from it and you become successful afterwards, but there's so many tries afterwards. And today was something that happened and we got through it. And the fact is that I almost lost my fucking mind, lost my fucking memory. I'm happy to get them back and to remember you all and to give you this hug. I don't want you to feel like you have to be happy all the time. We want to see everything of you, AJ. Because it's like what Carrion said, it's not healthy to bottle these emotions up just so you can put a mask on every day. You are okay and you are allowed to be sad and feel the need, and you have every right to yell and shout and scream on top of your world and be angry.
But then I'm just like him, and I don't want to be him anymore.
I know you don't want to be him, but you are AJ, and that means you're allowed to express any other emotions as well. It doesn't have to be because of what you were in the past. You are allowed to express whoever you feel like without being restricted from it. You are safe with us, and we will not let you be what those people did to you in your past.
I need a moment.
Take a breathe.
Just give me a couple minutes to compose myself, and I will come back out.
I'll give you. Obviously, we have a few minutes now.
Hydrated.
And then we can go through the checklist.
Yes.
Just kind of hold your shoulders and go through the checklist.
Can you tell Dex I'm sorry?
We will, but then
And
you
Bryn.
think they know they will forgive you.
Okay, I just need a moment.
Okay, I'll be just over there.
As this conversation was starting, just as you started to hear the loud crying from down the hall, Moss walked away from Carrion towards Cherish. But as soon as both you and Moss heard the crying, Moss stood to one side and allowed you past.
Okay.
But it seems like Moss would like to have a word with you.
At that point, she will turn around, say, "Look, I'm really sorry. I'll leave you to it. Can you just keep close on him, and I'll come back and then just go back to Moss, say, like, sorry, I kind of panicked over here, and that cry, it just sounded like my little, like, when my little brother just kind of have a moment and just kind of triggered it a bit.
It's okay. You guys are close. You've known each other for longer. I didn't go over because I don't know how to help.
It's okay. It's sometimes sometimes I don't know everything about other experience about other people's emotions. It's just that it just felt like a feeling of when you have a nightmare and someone is there to comfort you afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Is your memory all back okay? Like,
yeah.
You're back to what you were before that room.
It just felt weird after that. It just felt like I was gone for a bit. Did you do something? Did you do this? Did you help me? I
was calling out for Dawn. I hoped Dawn would come and help, but it wasn't Dawn that showed up.
Who was it? Oh, please, it wasn't Dusk, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, my God.
Someone called Drake wanted a trade. Wanted buttons for some reason. But he said he'd give 2 memories back. And of course I chose you, and I nearly chose Snicket. But I chose me. I haven't got all of the memories back, but I've got...
Really? You got any memories back?
I've got some, but the Fae are tricky, aren't they? They want their own things, and I don't know if what I did was right. But I'm glad your memory's back. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, but I'm more happy that you got your memories back then, Moss. That's really good. That's really fantastic. So, do you remember what even happened as to why you lost your memories?
I don't have all of it yet. It's not like in order. It feels a bit like
puzzle pieces
and chaos for the moment. But
so maybe like puzzle pieces that need to be put back together. Maybe
I might need to sleep on it for one, and I think I might write some things down, see if that helps me put them in order. But I know that my name came from my necklace, and she'll sort of point it, show it to you. It was Moss because of the moss in here, but he called me Amber.
Amber?
And this is Amber, the stone. So
yeah,
I don't know. Amber feels like an echo.
I think after
Moss
a while,
feels more familiar.
Yeah, the way how it sounds like, because of the fact that we've been calling you Moss, it just feels right than it is then Amber.
And Mo's name was Mountain.
Mountain?
I did remember that bit. Yeah. I can't quite place why yet. Because he's so tiny. But yeah.
Huh.
I got some things back, but should I shouldn't tell Snicket, right, that I had to choose?
I think it's best to tell the truth regardless, to let him know. Because in the end, we all didn't feel comfortable of what would happen, especially from what we saw of that wanted poster. We could have might have. To be honest, that was a very risky moment to play. To see whether it was going to be a good or bad thing to bring back whether either yours or his memories. It could potentially unlock something that could consider be dangerous or not at all. I think it
could have been all good memories.
It could, yeah. And it could be the same thing.
It could be that someone got it wrong. That maybe he was framed, or was the only person that stayed around when whatever happened.
Yeah.
Or circumstance, or I don't know. I feel bad. I had the chance, and
I think if you were to take my advice, is sleep on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the moment you've just now discovered your memories, and you definitely need to take process of this. I don't have to, because I remember everything and I don't need to process anything at all, except for new things about my family. Sleep on it. Give it a moment, and then whenever you feel comfortable, but I do think we should tell him, but it should be coming from you.
Yeah.
If someone else has told you, then unfortunately, because all of you have seen it, besides me, of what has happened and that whatever happened here, unfortunately, that's definitely something that we can't control. But if Ticket were to come up to you about it and go like, and has a different out of context situation, then it is best to explain them properly without making it difficult for him to understand.
Yeah. If I'd have had time, I'd have asked more. But the decision is made. I just worry, and I'm gonna have to talk to Dax as well to at least, tell him what I think I know.
If anything, it gives us an idea of what had happened and what is best to do while we're here.
Yeah. But we also need to get this place done.
Yeah.
Because it keeps messing with us.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be messed with anymore.
No. I think after almost completely, eternally losing my memory altogether, I think I already had enough of this place as it is. And we've still got one left. And I don't think I'm mentally ready for it at all.
I'm glad that you're back. I thought when we left through the door you'd snap back. But you didn't, and I panicked. I just hoped that I made the right choice. Whoever this Drake is.
I don't think I've ever heard that name come up with my conversations with Dawn. And she'll try and think back. And John,
you don't
Cherish
recognize the name.
No. Not even. I don't think Dawn's ever mentioned this person nor anything of this, whoever this Drake is. If anything, I am grateful that he's given us this choice to go forward and help you and I.
If you do, not that it needs to be now, but if you do get a chance to speak to him, can you ask about Drake?
I'll
for
see
me?
what. Yeah, I'll see what I might know of him. What else did you know about him? What did he say anything about himself?
He was happy to trade for buttons.
Buttons.
Mm-hmm. And he had his own motive, his own reasons.
Did he? Did he mention of him being in a court at all? Like, was he part of a court? Like, winter or spring or autumn?
I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
With all of the
He
memory scramble, even the recent things are a bit messed up in with it.
You would remember that he claimed himself to be outside of the court system, independent from it.
I don't think he was part of a court, but still seemed to have some other reason to have interest. I don't know. And she just puts her hands like up to her face a bit, like just brain frazzled sort of look.
Right.
I want to stop and rest, but I want this place gone.
Yeah, I want to get out of here as soon as possible.
So if whichever we choose, I can't decide.
Right.
Whatever the party wants, we'll go with.
Okay. Let's see where everyone else has gone. How about you gather Brim, Dax, and Snicket, and I'll just check a see if Carrion and AJ are okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I shall go back.
At
Go
about-
back.
Now it's time for Carrion's existential crisis.
At about this point, you've had a short rest.
Oh, good.
Fancy.
Hey,
Yes.
I'll take one of those. Thank you.
My question is, do I have
classic.
enough? Do I have enough?
Where's the short rest button? There it is.
It's hiding from you.
Surprisingly, I have taken no damage so far.
Oh shoot, you get Song of Rest from me as well.
What does Song of Rest do again?
Gives you an extra 1d6 in hit points.
So I can recover some spell slots though with Arcane Recovery.
Done.
AJ screams of sorrow soothe you.
Just reminds me of this one kind of, you know what I'm saying? Sorrows, prayers.
Wow.
Prayers, sorrow. That's from Bridgerton.
I want to get my body
Curious.
inspiration back. Brilliant.
Yeah.
We need to continue watching Bridgerton.
Cherish returns to Carrion and AJ, and how are things going with the pair of them?
They're probably sobbing in the corner or something.
I moved away a tiny bit, but not that much. Like literally just like to around the corner a bit.
I feel when Cherish comes back, AJ will like look at her and give a very wry smile. So
I do look for like a soft, like sad, soft smile, like, oh, poor AJ. And
Are we ready for the checklist, AJ?
sure.
you know what? I'm going to say this out loud. You know what would be the best thing right now? Despite how cold it is, this would be a good time to have ice cream. and loads of like biscuits.
Oh, shut up. That's
We'll have to. You know what? We'll really have to do this after we've done this fucking trial.
Oh, this was in character. Okay.
Yes, that's what I meant. Like you hear Cherish
I
like.
thought you just meant in general.
No.
Yeah.
But I think we should. We should discuss this.
I've never had ice cream, so
It's really delicious.
It'll
We'll
worry.
have to. It's really nice. It's nice and sweet and creamy. And goes for any
That
other
sounds-
flavors.
That sounds good, but we need to get the checklist out of the way. Okay, AJ, you need to do the checklist. So you've had a cry.
Yep.
You need to pick yourself up. Kind of like straightens you up. Dust yourself off. Dust you off.
Yeah, Cherish will join.
And then you try again, and the show must go on.
The show must go on.
But
Yeah.
but a show where you show a bit more of the real you.
Can we just finish these trials before we get to that?
Yes.
I'm going to take your hand, and I'm going to lead you on.
Okay.
And we'll follow behind. And we'll pat Cherish, not Cherish, pat AJ on the back.
Cherish will pat themselves on the back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What are friends for?
Moss, as you leave the room, you find Brim possessed by Nas and Verlaine arguing over various magics. And primarily, is divination better than necromancy?
I just think in my head after that, I think, you know what, this would probably, necromancy would win after this one because Kane's definitely necromantic.
Moss has been trying to get a word in edgeways to like ask them about moving on to the next bit, and she's been stuck in the middle of a tennis match.
Right, I think Cherish will like come forward and yell, "Shut it!" to both of them. Do I roll anything?
No, they both look round. Brim's face softens as he turns to you. Verlaine has a hardened look on her face of like the head
I was
teacher
winning.
being yelled at by a teacher of like, how dare you, and then realizes, oh no, wait, and composes themselves.
Look, as much as we like the idea of arguing about what is the best spell, I think it's best we get to the next trial.
Yes, you are quite right.
It's interesting
so
because,
close.
like, after, like before, like, Cherish's face is, like, so confused and worried, before losing, like, after losing her memories and then come back to get in the back, she's, like, back to stern, grand, big sister.
As you shout and everybody sort of agrees that it's... are you okay?
Oh, I'm quite fine. Next trial is, cruel, right?
It is cruelty. It is over there. And he points up the
Oh my god, I forgot about him.
up the tunnel.
We love Kuma.
All right.
I turned to Carrie and I said, is there a chance we could try and grab him out here?
Pardon?
Is there a chance we could try and like take Ukuma after this trial and take him home with us?
I mean, I don't know any spells that can get him out of here. The stairs are big, but I don't think they're big enough for him.
Do you have like enlarge or small spells?
Shake's head.
Polymorph?
Polymorph? That's high level thing. No. Jesus.
Teleportation?
I was so insulted they left.
Who did?
But they seem to be quite happy here.
I know, but he'd be more happy with us.
We can't keep him.
He's not a pet.
He's not a pet. He's a sentient person, being, and more importantly, he's a being that Oriel fully knows about, and he's not hard to see. If we take him with us, we'll stick out like a sore thumb everywhere. I mean, we're already a pretty obvious group.
Yeah. Okay.
And after we steal from her, I feel that we're going to kind of be top of her not friends list.
I appreciate the sentiment, Cherish. It's good to think of such things, but we're not at our best right now. Either through exhaustion, mental collapse, there's a lot going on.
I just look at Dax and like, trust me, I understand the situation we're in. I'm just trying to lighten the mood a little bit. And plus, I can't stand the fact that there's an adorable large walrus sliding around right now. At least it's giving me some serotonin right now.
I'm sorry, just the way the walrus slid across the screen.
You're trying to have this serious conversation, and you're like, wee!
He is very cute.
I think he might be living his best life. I don't know where we can put him.
I feel that even if we leave him here, so long as he's fed fish, he doesn't care about being here.
If he's happy, then just leave him be.
I mean, as long as the giants, as long as we haven't cut the giants beforehand that is giving him the fish, that is fine by me. Just gonna miss him after this. You gotta remember, guys. Like I said, I am trying to have some sort of serotonin in this situation, like even some sort of dopamine in this situation
I get now.
That. You can come back and visit me when you want to.
I will do that.
I will be here.
And I will come and visit you.
And once we deal with this oral situation, whatever it is going to be, however the hell we're going to, however in the Nine Hells we're going to deal with that situation, we might be able to come back and get him out once we're more powerful. But at the moment, we're not. We're only little beans. Little beans.
Little beans. Okay. Let's just...
Take a tour, John. Take a tour.
Now with the background of a walrus sliding around shouting "wee," let's go and do a test of cruelty, shall we?
Let's rip the bandage off.
Now, remember, everyone, like, whatever happens in there, we're still us, okay? It doesn't mean if whatever happens doesn't mean we're bad or, it's just magic.
It's just magic.
AJ just does not respond to that.
Just magic. And it's not a way like she understands, like, right.
Let's do this test of...
I just realised, like, passing Snicker. Snicker's probably not happy to see me.
Snicker's just being very, very wary at the moment.
Cherish will look at Snicker like, are you okay?
So...
I do apologise for, that I still remember you, and I am sorry.
I think so. He just carries on walking.
Oh, Tinkerer.
God, we need Brim.
Where's Brim? No, not Brim. I need him. I want my boy back.
All we need is Moss. Moss, where the hell are you?
Moss. F's. Moss is you.
Did Moss just say F's?
No.
Oh. I thought she was just like F in chat there.
Why is everyone doing 1d6?
That was the Song of Rest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't roll my D100, fuck.
44.
I'm fine.
I had 65. I could have had 4 more rolls on that.
I'm just gonna move Moss up into the room for the moment.
Cool.
There should be like a thing to read, correct?
No, we just opened the door.
Nothing to do? Okay.
Over the
But
door, there is the word cruelty. You've previously read it.
Did we read something earlier on what it said?
Yeah, there was a thing. There was like a puzzle type thing, wasn't there? That we.
Yeah.
Really
Does anyone remember it?
You would remember it.
I don't.
I've got it down somewhere. Hang on.
Carrion will definitely remember it.
That's hard, huh? I get my fucking brace of goldfish at this point.
Where was it?
If Carrion doesn't have it written down, I've got it, so...
Hang on. I just need... I know I wrote it down. It's annoying. I know. Is it the inscriptions on the 4 tablets that we read?
Yes.
Yeah, so it was cruelty, compassion makes you vulnerable, let cruelty be the knife that keeps your enemies at bay. Endurance, exist as long as you can by whatever means you can. Only by enduring can you outlast your enemies. Isolation, in solitude you can understand and harness your full potential. Depending on others makes you weak. And preservation, every flake of snow is unique, and that which is unique must be preserved. So, cruelty is the one we're focusing on here. Of compassion makes you vulnerable. Let cruelty be the knife that keeps your enemies at bay.
So basically, if we have to kill a kid, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
I feel we're probably going to have to kill something.
It's
If it's gonna be killing a dog, I'm out.
Don't worry,
Oh.
I've done worse things.
This is just out character me saying this, by the way.
One way to find out, I reach for the door.
Let's go!
Let's
Your
go.
surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourself standing at the edge of a barbarian camp, its tents holding fast against a raging blizzard. You can just make out the iconography of the Bear Tribe. Floating a little bit above your head is a glowing snowflake.
Ooh, I touch it.
Is
It
this
explodes.
you know when we did the isolation? There was a tribe then. What were they?
They were the Tiger Tribe, I think.
Ah, right.
They were the Tiger Tribe.
We had the Tiger Tribe. What was
The preservation was Wolf Tribe?
No, we were going against the Wolf Tribe, I think.
The bad guy of the trial on that one was Wolf.
Yeah.
Did we find out? I don't think we found out.
It
Never
is
found out what
unclear what the child had
the
been a
other
part
tribe
of.
was.
Got it.
An endurance for the Elk Tribe. I remember that one.
Yes.
What tribe was the child going to join? Was it still just others of its own tribe, or was it being
It was
sent?
going to join another sect of the Wolf Tribe, but not the one that was trying to kill him.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Sort of a hiding in plain sight approach of they won't expect to find the person they're trying to kill within the tribe that they are part of.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
You know, I think of the Reged tribes as like they're not all one big tribe. There's like different pockets of
Yeah.
the tribe that won't necessarily follow the same ideals and stuff.
Yeah. Alright, so this is the Bear Tribe we're dealing with.
The Bear Tribe.
Cruelty.
They're the bear. They're the bear with brown fuzzy hair.
And suddenly it's secretly Halson.
Suddenly a terrifying flunked bear on wheels turns.
That would be terrifying.
As
Should we-
your appearance is made known to the guardians around the tents that you can see. There is a raging blizzard. Visibility is very low, and you can see that only the smallest number of guards that will keep the place protected are out at the moment. As they notice you, some of them start to approach with weapons drawn, distrusting of people that have mysteriously appeared at the edge of their camp. But as soon as they see the glowing symbol above your head, they don't drop weapons, but they are no longer pointing them at you. Greetings, emissaries. King Gunvald will see you.
No. Fantastic.
Yes, take us to King Gunvald.
They lead you to the center of the camp. There are the camp, much like most of the camps that you've seen, is set up in rings with the least important tents at the outside, and then a ring of more important tents, and then the ring of the most important tents in the middle. And they lead you to the biggest tent in the encampment. As you enter the tent, there are 4 elders lined up outside the tent. Dax, could you make me a perception check?
Ooh. There we go.
Okay. You head into the tent. The king sits on a carved wooden throne, a large chair, and looks up at you. Emissaries, you have come at a grim time.
How
We
so?
Our food supplies have run out.
How many people do you have to feed?
As few as possible to survive this storm. We have already made our way through the emergency rations. And the sled dogs.
No.
I have a drastic plan, and it seems like you might be here to help enact it.
What is it that you would like us to do?
Those that are old have serviced this tribe for as long as they can. They are least likely to survive to see another winter. But they might service the tribe in other ways.
I feel I know how, but how?
I feel like I know where this is going.
Our 4 elders are outside this tent.
Ah.
As emissaries of the Frostmaiden, I entreat you, please, either kill them for us to eat, or leave us.
Are they aware that this is what they wanted as well? That this is what they need to do for the tribe?
They are not here willingly. But this is what must be done.
Is this a tradition in your tribe, or is
This
is this new?
Drastic times call for drastic action.
Snicket's just going to look up and just say, like, to the air, I would like to fail this test, please.
What happens if we fail, though?
I'll tell you what's not going to happen if we fail.
We won't have to commit murder.
Yeah.
But I feel no matter what of the two choices King Gunvald here has given us, no matter which we pick, it's an act of cruelty.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was gonna say, I look at Dax to this like, Dax is gonna look at you, and she's already made her mind. She's wondering if you understand.
I mean, what I was thinking that you've decided to just go outside and do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Dax was with this. I do have I can cast. I suspect this is not going to be a big enough help. I can cast Goodberry. I do have that.
Oh shit, you do actually.
That's why I was asking how many people are we talking about feeding here. Like,
That will help for what, a day?
yeah.
Then
I should put it out
If
there.
only we had a cauldron that could perpetually make stew.
Do we still have that?
I mean,
Don't think Brim is not gonna let that go. Even if he's if he's completely possessed, I don't think he's gonna let that go.
if we give that away,
The possession gets shunted aside. Bring none over my dead body.
Just you see that Brim will like resurface back from the possession, like, yeah, you cannot take it from me. It's like, but we need this.
I don't know. I think he would.
We need to ask. That's not fair.
Get Kira on the phone right now.
it might be one of those things
So, like-
as well, where that would be a very easy way out of this. Was meant to be a difficult choice.
But then that's not an act of cruelty.
We need to do
We
an act of
failed the
cruelty
challenge by
too.
helping them.
Yeah, because it's compassion, isn't it? We can't do
Compassion is
compassion.
weakness.
Yeah, we need to do act of cruelty. And
I
there's
want
Richard
that.
again.
Sorry, I'm back. I'm up. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
Yep. We've killed people in these challenges. I mean, bad people.
They were trying to kill us as well.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not. What I'm saying is, if we just give up now, so like we've killed those people, and
Then would have killed them for nothing.
yeah. And I mean, if we leave, surely the king's just going to kill them anyway, right?
That's what I mean. Whether we
Yeah.
leave or whether we kill them, we're going to commit an act of cruelty.
It's,
It's just a case of, do we want to be the executioners or not?
so that we'd be the executioners or let them starve.
No, we'd
Either way.
be the executioners or let the king and his men be executioners. Either way, those elders are going to die.
Yes.
it wouldn't be. Would it be cruel enough if we were to make it easier for them? I don't know what what magic might
I've
help
been
them go
trying.
quicker, or
I've been trying to think of any magic I might have to make it painless, but I don't have anything.
It just needs to be quick.
I don't have anything quick.
No, well, I mean, if we slit their throat or kill them properly, and I mean Dax is a hunter, so I bet he's killed
I think
animals
Yeah, but even so, being. I mean, if you were to. I mean, I'm not 100%, but with hunting, it's like you have to aim for the heart, isn't it? Would be the best.
But often I've injured creatures and then I've had to go over and break the neck.
Between Dax and Cherish, you would both know how to quickly end a life.
Yep.
But I was thinking more that looks to Cherish and the large axe. That's probably the most quick way.
Have you heard of snapping someone's neck?
Cherish, should we?
Snapping necks can sometimes mean the person just can't breathe and can't act, not necessarily kill them outright.
A quick stab to the heart with my sword, that will do it.
I think I'm gonna
If we have anything that can maybe numb them, maybe give them. Does anyone in our party, obviously not the tribe, but the party, have alcohol?
I do have the ability to do sleep.
Yeah.
I can do the spell sleep,
Yeah,
but that is...
Don't get mad, just because it's going to drag it out for they know what's...
That's what I mean, is if they're asleep,
the thing is, though, that...
unconscious or whatever, then it's not going to be as stressful or horrible.
Sleep, I think, is a good idea, but don't bother with alcohol or anything like that.
No.
If anything, I think it's still an act of compassion, though.
But it's still killing them. We're still going to commit an act of cruelty, making it so it's painless, isn't it?
You'd have to be a dick to quibble about how we went around killing them so they could be eaten and say, I don't think we have to strangle them, hold them underwater.
I feel kind of gets a bit more into a huddle so that the king can't hear. I feel Oral's a bitch, but not that much of a bitch.
I mean,
the 10 towns sacrifice people.
Yeah.
Moss's eyes widened slightly at that.
Oh,
she wasn't
shit.
aware that was more than just maybe one.
Oh, we shouldn't... Oh.
Cherish.
What?
We should just do this. Come on.
We'll just do it. Look, I'll get my axe.
Yeah.
We'll just do it.
Yeah. We just need to get it done.
Yeah.
If you guys don't want to see this, then stay in the tent. But
You want to do it.
I want it. Look,
I think me and Cherish are the best people for this.
I've dealt with stuff like this before, and it ain't easy all the time to do this, but it's when an order is given to me, I will take on to that order, and I will do my order.
I've got a knife, but I don't use it often, so I'm not.
Yeah. Thank you for making it, but we need to just get this.
Then
done.
Let's do it.
No, I'll get Netherlight out.
Sure.
If
I'm going to go out with the executioners too.
Like I said, all of you, you're welcome. If you want to stay here and not want to deal with it, that's fine. But yeah, we'll do this, and you don't have to.
Moss will come out as well.
I feel I need to.
You know what? I think it is something we need to do. The fact that we might have to learn is also an act of cruelty, so I don't know. Goes back out, starts walking out anyway with the fucking axe.
Dax is just going to head out there with Cherish straight away, and I just think just do it, and it's done.
I just look at Dax saying, if anything, I would do this anyway, regardless, because if anything, you're sacrificing little to the many.
We don't need to talk about it. And gonna stab the first one.
No, yeah, are they all lined up?
As you get out here to see them and Dax sinks his sword into the first one, you see that they all have their hands tied behind their backs.
Ah!
Right, one down.
I say a little prayer for him and then chop the guy's head off. Chop the second one off.
Okay.
Yep. Next, I'll do the next one.
With ease, you move down this line and you kill the 4 elders. And the snow flurries around you, and upon killing them all, you are returned to the room.
Oh. That was easy.
Sorry, that was like the most cruel twist. That was fucking easy.
That was easy. That was easy. What did you do?
That was easy. AJ dusts off his hands. Right, what's for lunch? He wanders.
The blood still coats Netherlight and the sword.
Yeah, she'll get.
I would love it if the blood never washes off.
It's gonna start wiping. Does it stay on?
It does come off. It is just normal blood. It's.
She's gonna say a little prayer as well, like as in hope these souls will guide into the lighter and such, given the idea that.
So I'm assuming was that because normally the snowflake flares before we.
The snowflake flared and you returned. Snicket maybe didn't if he refused to come outside, but he also didn't stop you, so.
That's all of them then.
Well,
So we leave now.
No,
Yeah, what do we get now? What's the...
we can go into the last chamber, the vault.
Oh, shoot.
If there's another fucking test in there, I'll...
Most likely.
What is 2 times 2?
shit.
Now it's time for the general knowledge round.
It's 5. It's 5. Goddammit.
It's
Is this
now
just like- is this
time
just leading-
for the swimsuit row.
No,
It's
stop asking us about sports.
It's
Welcome
time for the wet t-shirt competition.
Oh,
welcome,
okay,
welcome to
you know
welcome to
what?
Final Boss Fight Quiz Night. That's what it's leading up to.
No, better. Cross country. Don't get me started running. For next week,
Who
hate
wants
it.
to be a millionaire?
Fucking Karen is like,
2, but I'm not smart enough.
It's okay.
Alright.
I'll cough when the correct answer comes up.
Yeah, babe.
Go in, because Dax is having a difficult time with that and just wants to get on with it.
Cherry's just walking along like this, like another fucking Tuesday to her.
Where'd you all go? Where'd you go?
down here.
Yeah, we're on the bottom of the snowflake. Bottom of the snowflake.
Is Dax having trouble moving?
No, Dax forgot that little screen when we're moving.
No moving.
I'm going to need to move some of the lights down so that Verlaine can still see.
Well, the dancing lights can boogie on down.
Yeah.
For some reason, I feel like they don't travel in straight lines.
I think
But
it's
they're in little wiggle
technically
to them.
AJ's dancing lights as well.
I feel they bob along to a beat, but all of them bob along to a different beat.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Now I can barely see Verlaine because it's so bright.
She's so bright.
I've chilled the movement speed of the lights down a little bit. I don't know if it's helped.
Either way, we come to this door.
You do.
The door.
Scary door?
The door.
Gonna prod it with my staff.
I
It's a
go and
door.
open it.
Prod.
I open it. This is
You
like
see
unfiddle this.
a anvil-shaped room with a door set into the far wall. Either side of the door are reliefs of 2 male frost giants that have been defaced, their features chipped away. Newer carvings above the door depict the glowering heads of an owl, a wolf, and a goat. As you enter the room, a voice states, "This way is shut to all but those who undertake the tests of cruelty, endurance, isolation, and preservation."
All of them?
Ooh.
I completed all of them.
Thing is, though, I didn't.
Oh.
Dax did.
Moss will back away to see if that makes any difference.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up.
There is no other...
Just step forward a bit. Step forward a bit more. Just going to be very cautious as I approach this door. There's nothing else in this room other than those reliefs.
Nope.
Going to try the door.
They didn't do the bloody things at all.
Grim.
Doors over two.
Verlaine didn't even come to most of them.
At each.
Are they seemingly okay in there?
They seem to be fine.
I'm going to attempt the door. The door opens.
Oh,
Good night.
This
I was going to ask
chamber-
you, those two.
do we risk it?
Risky for the biscuit.
This chamber has a domed ceiling engraved with a giant snowflake. 2 caryatids depicting a towering woman stand on either side of the door to the south of the room. In the middle of the room is a 5-foot-tall, claw-shaped lectern with a white-covered book resting on it.
In that way, gotta go. You know, it's a wonky door.
They need to have someone look at that, you know.
Can't walk in a straight line. It's very awkward. So in the middle of the room is this lectern.
Yes.
Sorry.
And
Careful what you touch, Carrion.
is there anything else in the room? Is there any other books or any other stuff?
The 2
Other than the
large figures depicting a towering woman and a door to the south. Both Verlaine and Nass are eager to get into the room.
Just wait there 1 second, you two. You didn't do the tests, the trials.
It seems that now that the door is open, it is fine.
No,
As they
I'm gonna
yeet it out the door.
shout back through. It seems now the door's open, it's all right.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to be looking wide-eyed and awestruck with this book. It is a book.
It's a book.
It's a beautiful book.
Nobody touch anything until we decide. That goes double for you two, looking at Brim and Vellum. Just
I was hoping you would say to snick it, but okay.
Snickers over here.
Let's go, Snicket.
Allows himself to be led.
Let's go, or we won't move at all.
So, can we see this book? Is it open? Is it?
It's on a claw-shaped lectern.
So, is it closed?
It is currently closed.
Does it have a helpful cover?
It's got a white cover that says the codicil of white on it.
May I do a thing?
I don't know.
Can you?
1 second. Let me get this baby up.
It's definitely magic.
What kind?
Lots of kinds.
Do I be worried about anything else?
You don't see anything else magical in this room.
Mm-hmm. Any traps at all?
None that you can see.
Okey-dokes.
The book is a tall, thin volume bound in white ermine fur, sealed with a clasp and lock of tarnished silver.
Just remind me, DM, we're getting this book. What do we want with it? Because I know the not Brim guy wants the book, doesn't he?
She does.
Verlaine wants it because it might have information about Nethril, the city, the floating city that crashed.
Yes.
And she's trying to find a particular place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as this is a book belonging to Oral, it might have some clues on how to deal with her. So it might be useful for us to have at some point as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's her book. Will she know it's missing?
Probably, but hopefully if we get out of here quick, once we claim it.
Is there a door above just over her head, or is it just me?
There
There's a
is,
door
but
ahead of you.
I am all for grabbing this book and running out without even looking at that door, but it's up to you.
We need a plan to get up those stairs. If we need to run, I slid down those stairs.
That's a good point.
Maybe there's something going back out, and that's probably our exit.
I doubt it.
Could I investigate the door and just sort of not the handle, but just touch the door and then listen at the door and see if I can work anything out from it?
It is a door.
Mm.
A door.
You detect no traps on the door.
And sort of what's on the other side? Can I hear anything?
You can't hear anything.
Gonna open the door.
Okay.
Is it
Beyond
just a door?
the door is a small room filled with mist. Chunks of broken ice cover the floor.
Anyone? The two scholar type people who... Anyone know what this is?
Nass is just currently focused on the book.
I'm gonna come
Irish,
forward
is
to
there
see.
magic in there?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to do. Do I send any kind of particular magic in this one?
There is magic in here.
But we don't know what type.
No.
There is magic, but I'm not sensing what type it is. It's a bit too much.
And is the mist coming out of the room now that we've opened the door? Or is it just staying there in a weird...
Yeah, it's like like when you open the freezer and like the trail of mist.
Ah, so it is coming out.
Yes.
I mean, that should be worrying that place is colder than out here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Arian, if you had a rope, could you fly up the stairs?
I mean, yeah, me and AJ could fly up with ropes and help you all up. If we got, I mean, how long were the stairs?
It was multiple rolls to get down them, you know.
But obviously, we've got like 50 feet of rope, as long
The
as we can get
stairs
most of the
are
way, and
90
then fly the
feet.
rest. Yeah, so if we can get you 50 feet up, and then we fly a further, we fly the rest of the way, it would at least give you means to get up easier.
We could tether ropes together too,
That too.
between us.
John,
Yes.
Cherry's just gonna step in.
Okay.
Just, slowly step in. Did you say there's like shattered ice on the floor?
Yes.
Okay. Just gonna slowly approach it a bit.
You hear a voice, female voice in your head, Cherish.
Okay.
Will you court death to receive my blessing?
Court death as in like marry death? Or as in capturing it?
Will
As
you
in risk,
court
I
death
Yeah.
to receive my blessing?
Yeah.
We've both talked, and I can't.
I interpret that as being you might die if you get it. Let's
Yeah. Are you happy to risk it all
Yeah.
for
Are
my
you
blessing?
willing to risk being killed to receive?
As
A
you
blessing.
step into the room, you see that the broken chunks of ice on the floor are fragments of 3 ice humanoids.
Ah.
Do they look recognizable?
You do not recognize them. They are recognizable as chunks of people.
Okay, so slowly, Cherry's just gonna slowly start stepping back out of the room.
Well,
No, I wouldn't even go in there.
why?
I just had a voice in my head saying, would you court death for my blessing? As in what I would assume, would you like to risk your life, to risk everything, risk your life for her blessing?
Who's
And-
blessing?
I'm assuming
Oil.
orals. And just looking over there, that's actually a chunk of ice of humanoid
Well,
chunk of ice.
people who court death and got it.
We're just gonna close this door.
Yeah.
Am I still good? Probably. I'm gonna still back up. I wouldn't risk
it
it,
is
everybody.
still notably colder at that door than it is anywhere else.
Yeah.
In the ice room.
I'm just going to stand squarely in front of the door, so it would be very, very difficult for someone to get in there past me. I'm concerned about some of the decision making that some of the group are exhibiting.
Moss will get her rope out and start coiling it and tying a few sort of handholds into it, and asks for someone else's rope if they've got one.
Nass looks at Carrion.
Carrion looks at Nats. Carrion picks up book.
Can I touch it?
No.
I hold the book close to me, but it's like you like with the title facing them, and just hold it out a little bit so they could touch it.
Nass reaches out and touches it with Brim's fingers, and as soon as they do, a shock goes through Brim's body, and you see the glasses-wearing female ghost flies out of the body, looks at you all. Thank you so much. And disappears.
Oh.
Oh.
See you in the fabric of the universe.
I was expecting this sudden but inevitable betrayal. Then I could curse it.
Well,
Sean.
Hmm?
The book is cold to the touch.
the book is chilly.
The fur is worn around the edges. There are 27 pages with a silver gilt on the outer edge. The other end, the whole is sewn to a leather binding with straps of sinew.
Oh. Parts of the book are pretty.
Can we open it? I know it's locked, but it has a clasp. But
Verlaine
I tried.
sort of steps forward. It should contain what we need.
I try the clasp.
It unclicks.
I open the book.
The pages are made of vellum. The first page has a snowflake on it.
And underneath it in Comic Sans, Oral's diary.
The other 26 pages describe various priestly rites and ceremonies in chilling detail.
Mm-hmm.
You spend some time reading, Carrion.
While rope is being prepared and stuff, I could give a quick read.
You spend 10 minutes reading.
Yeah.
You learn two things. There's a spell written in this book.
Oh?
You can now, when you have the time and gold, learn the Frost Fingers spell.
Ooh.
It is a first level evocation spell that allows you to send out a freezing cold blast from your fingertips in a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a con save or take 2d8 cold damage. It also freezes non-magical liquids that aren't being worn or carried.
Interesting. I will want to add that to my repertoire.
You also learn some important words. Normally, I would read those to you. But I'm going to say, Amy, could you read what Sean has just read? I've just sent it to you on Discord.
Fuck me. You want me to read all of that?
Yes, please.
Where's this come from?
This is in the book.
Okay. Of course I can then. We bow to she who wears the crown. Let the world shiver with dread. Clad in winter's whitest gown, her snow enshrouds the dead. Her fury sheds but frozen tears as grey clouds issue forth. Her wind across the wasteland shears, bringing blizzards from the north. Ice-kissed flowers caught mid-bloom, beauty kept in all its grace. Summer's gone to its silent tomb, stilling in her cold embrace. All the world in winter's white, sheathed in sleet and ice. Set upon never-ending night, she conjures paradise. Behold her everlasting rhyme, see how it covers all. Weep not for those she traps in time, behind a glacial wall. Sovereign of summer's lost, general of winter's war, long live the queen of cold and frost. May she reign forevermore.
That sounds familiar.
Ladies and gentlemen, roll credits. You have found the rhyme of the Frostmaiden.
Yeah!
Yay! We found the trailer.
We found the trailer.
That is indeed the, as we've taken to calling it, the Spooky Amy trailer.
Yep.
It's me, I'm spooky.
Amy.
Wait, did I do it in that voice or did I do it in the kid's voice?
You did it in the
kid's
kid's
voice.
It was the creepy kid voice.
Shit, I forgot!
John,
The kid grew up. The kid grew up. She's old now.
No.
She's a teenager.
note for future John editing this. Can we put both of them in the same thing?
And then mix it up. Hot damn.
I might remember that.
Leave a note here for John at this timestamp to do that.
Sean, you also know you know that that poem is not just a poem. It is an incantation. The power of which can be used to split a glacier.
Interesting.
You also know now, Sean, as you've taken the time to read the book, you hadn't noticed at first. It's not as cold as it was. While in possession of the codicil of white, you are resistant to cold damage.
Oh, yeah.
He is now Toasty Boy.
Which will be useful. Considering where we are. I am going to relay this information very quickly to everyone. So the book it contains a spell. I'll learn that in a minute. But it has an incantation, and in the incantation, it's like an incantation that will allow us to split a glacier. So I feel this is possibly how, because obviously Ithrin is going to be buried somewhere. So maybe that's what we need. We need to find where that is. Does it have anywhere where Ithrin is?
Verlaine's eye lights up. It must be under the Redhead Glacier.
What?
It's a glacier. That must be where Ithrin is.
As interesting as all this genuinely is, perhaps we should have this discussion away from where Oral lives and is going to be returning to.
Yes.
First, she doesn't live here. But secondly, I completely agree. Bang! Closes the book.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out, guys.
I'd like that. I'd like that very much.
Yeah.
Ow.
Now Moss will hand Carrion the top of the rope. She's put a couple of knots in it so that there are like some handholds every once in a while. But she can't do too many because the ropes aren't crazy long.
No.
With the two that she's got.
Yep.
We can get up to, is it 100 foot? 50 foot each?
50 foot each. So
yeah.
with all knots, probably. I would say about 90 feet, probably.
She's, given her background that you're now vaguely aware of, she's had a lot of practice of rope lengths and things like that, so she'd be quite careful. But yes, let us leave.
Let's keep, we'll keep goodbye shots. We do need to get out of here.
No, I do wish. Is that all of the places that we've been to? I'm curious.
I mean, all the places you've been to down here. I think there's a wasn't there like a couple of like cells over this way? I think, but I think we've checked those.
Have we been up here yet?
That was the first trial, I believe.
Doors
Or is that?
closed.
Or I think it is.
Akumu,
Yeah.
what's up there?
Tomb.
A tomb?
Yeah.
Oh.
For who?
Whose tomb?
Whose tomb? As she started casually walking.
I do
for
not
him.
know. I cannot go there. I am too large.
Is there any kind of thing shows on this one?
Cherish, do you have Eyes of the Runekeeper?
It should still be on, yeah. Been 21 minutes ago.
No, that's Eldritch Sight. Do you have Eyes of the Runekeeper?
Yes, I do. I should activate that.
You don't need to activate it, it's just on all the time.
It's on all the time.
There are runes on the door, and as you look at them, they rearrange themselves into common. They were in giant or dwarvish. In ice and blood our folks are born. To our great queen we raise our horn. We'll fight and plunder in the morn. To Vassa Viken we are sworn.
Huh. I'm curious. I go over there and I open the door. I'm curious.
No.
Come on, Brim. Let's go.
Just checking. Oh!
Did not like that noise.
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you
Shouldn't
do?
have opened that door, Cherish.
Gonna give you a little pep before I go and see what's going
The
on.
chamber
Hope you're
has
doing well.
another door set into the far wall. Standing on either side of that door is a frost giant skeleton wielding a rusty anchor. The pinpricks of light in their eye sockets brighten as they register your presence.
Sorry, wrong room.
Oh.
Is this door big enough for them to get through?
They could squeeze through it.
Are they doing anything? Are they just standing there?
They're standing there at the moment.
Have they acknowledged I'm there?
Their eyes have glowed brighter.
What's going on up there?
You okay?
Friends, I think.
What do you mean, friends? As in another Akuma, or?
2 giant skeletons?
Yeah, they're probably not friends.
They're guarding something else. But for some reason, I'm very curious to want to know.
Okay, but we're on a time crunch.
What do you want to do, Cherish?
What you want to do?
I'm really curious about what's on the other side of the door, Dax.
I'm going to press a button.
We're We're not at our best, Cherish.
Yeah, close the door. Start walking away.
I was very close to pressing a button.
I think I might know what that one would have been.
We're leaving now. Cool, run away.
You make your way up the stairs, flying and leaving behind a rope. And it is difficult. And it takes you some time. And it's not the fastest you've ever left a building after stealing something from it. But you eventually make your way back outside. And you run down the flight of stairs. Again, the large 4-foot stairs.
Is this what's like being a halfling?
Making your way back to the dock where, after several minutes, Ungajuk, the whale, surfaces, and you board the whale.
just sprinting away.
The barest hints of sunrise start to colour the sky as the whale leaves the island. You can hear a voice on the wind. Intruders.
Son of a bitch!
And you hear the sound of a giant bird flapping its wings and screeching as it passes overhead. But you all pile into the boat on the back of Ungajuk, and before the rock has a chance to dive the whale dives under the water, and you flee the island of Solstice.
Bye.
As soon as we are under the water, as soon as we're under the water, and I see the silhouette of the bird bugger off, I'm just going to plop onto the dock.
Wow.
Face down on the deck.
You have a tense day of travel.
As we are travelling, Moss would welcome Brim back.
Oh, he's back! Yay! Welcome back.
For some reason, he still looked like a cardboard cutout.
He's still T-posing.
I think he's just yeah. You look tired.
Don't sound like Brim Castle. No, you're fine.
You look tired.
You're very Scottish, mate. Scotting forever.
Just
Okay, my tatty bojangles.
just rest.
Get a bit.
You all have a tense night. A long rest.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
I need to remind myself how copying a spell into my spellbook works. 2 hours and 50 gold per level, right?
Yes. Oh boy.
Throughout your first night of rest on the boat, you remember darkness.
Okay.
Being lost in the dark. You don't remember where you are, but you can hear the music. It sounds comforting and jovial. And you go towards it. And you remember being high is safe. So you climb as high as you can and refuse to come down. You see others, humanoid, but every colour of the rainbow. And some with wings, and some with tails, and some with horns and antlers and antennae, and shells like giant humanoid turtles. And you know to stay safe, you must stay high and hidden away.
Mm-hmm.
And then you wake with a start.
She's got a little bit of like a cold sweat going. But for the moment, she's kind of trying to play it off as kind of forgot they were on a boat underwater. And it was a bit like, oh, okay. Yeah. Still here. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have a second day of travel, and the boat and the whale surface every few hours to breathe and for you to take rest stops not crowded around a rowboat. And another tense night.
During night number 2, AJ will just like go to Carrie and just say, "Can I stay with you?
Of course.
I don't want to bother you."
You don't bother me.
Good. Thank you.
I make some. I shuffle over to make.
It's like, I like this image of AJ just like hold onto your arm for the whole night. He just wants to know somebody's there.
I lean head on his head.
So gay, but they're not gay.
I was so much trying not to say it out loud, okay?
They just best buds.
They are. I love them. But yeah, that you feel AJ relax like gradually throughout the night.
Carrion is just there for him.
Yeah.
Best.
That's the point. During, that's correct. We got another day's travel, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah. So during the last day of travel, I want to send a particular spell to a particular mother figure.
Shit, I just killed Brim by mistake.
Alright. Whoops-a-doodles. Don't you hate when that happens?
Oh no!
Brim
Who
just accidentally
pushed him
fall
off
the
the
boat.
boat?
So during last day, I'm going to remember that before we went to the Isle of Skolsis, Moss wanted me to inform my mother of something.
Yes.
So about 7 days later, you get round to it.
We were busy. We were going to possible death.
We have indeed been busy.
So I'm just going to just got back from Isle of Solstice. Moss feels bad about not spending time with you, hopes to speak to you next time. Love you. That should be 25.
But like John's just doing the maths. For some reason he's got a calculator. Or an abacus out and he's just sliding the beads.
Yeah.
It's just that bit in Family Guy when there's the golden tickets and Peter's trying to figure out how many are left, and he's like a chemistry set and doing a load of math on a chalkboard, and comes back and just holding up two fingers. This many.
John?
One second.
Okay.
Yay!
I'm sorry. I've just picked up this spanner and gone, where can I put this? Some works.
You get a message back. I would like to meet her more too. She seemed nice and important to you as well. Let her know I'm sorry if I... And then the spell cuts out.
At the mention of important to me, none of you, because I don't think you say it out loud when you message, do you? It's just kind of like in your brain.
In your mind, yeah.
The message returning is in your head. I think the message you send, you can say out loud.
Yeah. So, I believe, so to the rest of you, Carrion's white skin with kind of a bluish kind of undertone to it goes a little bit more blue when but that's at the point when she mentions that she seems important to you. But yeah, then you just go. I just sent my message to my mother about you. I'm sorry I didn't send it right away, Moss. But she hopes to try and see you, like come see us and probably speak to you more at some point.
Aww. Thank you. I would love that.
It would be nice to see her again. Especially after all that.
Everything. Yeah, absolutely everything.
Yeah. How are you doing? Because it's been a few days of you.
Sleeping's helping, I think. It's... The dreams aren't great. But it's making more sense. Like I got lost in the blizzard and I couldn't see anything. I think the darkness was what got me there in the first place. I don't know where I came from still. But in the darkness I heard music and there was a tent and people I didn't know, and I just had to climb and climb and climb, and I knew I wouldn't be safe if I came down, but someone was nice. They seemed different. they maybe bought me food, perhaps. But up high I was safe, and maybe that's why I felt safe flying with you. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Because up high is
Safe.
is safe. It also explains why I like to sleep up high if I can. It's been a while since I've been able to do it, but Lucilla was very confused when she first realised that was what I was doing. I made a hammock to be up high. At least it's maybe making some sense.
Yeah, it was.
There's a name on the tip of my tongue. The person who helped, but all the people were so many different colours. This group is colourful, but even more colours.
That's pretty colourful.
And yeah, the dream wasn't a good dream, but it was information all the same. So that's good, I think.
Well, it might just be your mind trying to kind of reorder itself after having this new information of after you woke up here and trying to kind of like correlate it with everything. I mean, it's just like you just need to work through it, really.
I hope so. It would be nice to have a bit more of an idea so that I can tell you guys about it, and
Yeah, and then we can help you find whatever else you might need to find and investigate into and things.
yeah. But I am really glad that I found you guys. I'm still not sure what I think about what Drake said. Kind of, it felt like he had a plan and I was pointed in your direction for a reason. I hope that was him being helpful, and not tricking me, because I don't want to lose my memories again.
Well, I feel if he, because didn't he like imply that he might have had something to do with them being missing in the first place, or did I hear that wrong?
He wasn't. I don't think he was sure about the first one, but he seemed to take some sort of pleasure in the second. From what I remember.
I mean, I don't know enough. I know a bit about Fae, but I don't know lots about them. So I know they're tricksy at times, but I also know that sometimes they just do things because it's funny. Or sometimes they just do things just to see what will happen, just out of interest.
Yeah. Whatever it is, I found you guys, so
yeah.
That's
not all bad. Smiles his big sharp teeth smile.
Not bad at all. Stressful, granted. Circus life, I think, was easier. It felt easier from what I remember.
Well, anything
so
would be,
far.
most things would be easier than, being dragged to a underground ruin that had horrible basilisks in it, and then dragged somewhere else to where a bunch of other stuff was trying to kill us, and there's been a lot of things trying to kill us.
There has been. But we've faced it together, all of us, and I appreciate that. Yeah.
And we'll continue doing that forever and ever and ever.
Cherish.
Yeah.
Around this point, the middle of the afternoon on your third day of travel, you're a few hours away from returning to the dock that you started this trip off from, and 7 days since you left. A voice comes to your head.
Mm-hmm.
Female, but unrecognized.
Okay.
Hello, Cherish. I'm Okon Mara from Brinchandar, a wizard with the militia. Your brother said I should message you if we got in trouble.
Oh. You just see, like, Cherish just, like, perks up and she's, like, kind of freaking out, like, grabs Carrion by the hand. Alright?
What?
Regenda. Wizards. What was it again? Can you please repeat that, John? My brother just messaged, someone just messaged me. So my brother said something about the wizards in British Andar. I think.
Okay. Well, you just need to think hard and try to take like if you think hard, you should be able to kind of like grab the little strand of that thought that just came through, and then you can send a message back.
Okay. I try to. Okay. What's going on? Despite I say that, Cherish says it out loud.
The voice comes to your head again. I was part of a group sent to find what happened to the people of Caer Dinevel after the dragon's rampage, and we need... Pause.
Need? Tries to reply back. Need what? Need what?
Running out of power. Being captured by devil-worshipping cultists. Stuck in the basement of the castle at Caer Dinevel, going to be fed to... Spell cuts out.
Oh, shit. I say this out loud for everyone to hear.
That's not good.
We need to go to Caer Dinevel. We need to go there.
Yeah, like now.
Now. Trying to get the tongue. It's like, hey! Whale! Take us to Caer Dinevel!
I can only take you to the port, because going to Caer Dinevel is overland.
Oh!
I was going to say Caer Dinevel is not.
Okay. Okay. Right. Faster then!
Okay. And he speeds up very slightly.
I love him.
And with that, a new heading, a new plan, some amount of closure over the trauma, and some wounds freshly ripped open.
Quick question, by the way. I do have a quick question. Was it because of my brother had informed about me, or was my brother there?
She said, your brother said I should message you.
Okay.
I mean, she could be lying.
You know what? You might be right. Are we going to Bryn Shandar?
I think we have to go through Bryn Shandar to get to Caer Dinevel. I think, unless we go off the roads, but
yeah, to go over the roads, you would go through Bryn Shandar to get to head on to Caer Dinevel.
Okay.
I was hoping to speak to Moss just about her memories, but we can do that another time if it's getting on.
I'm happy to let you guys have that conversation, then we'll wrap up.
Go for it.
So, Dax, who has been a bit quiet on this journey after murdering some old people, will at some point speak to Moss about her memories.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Are you just going to fill him in on exactly what you can remember?
Yeah, basically, she will try and tell you as much as possible. It's still very jumbled. Like, there's loads more memory that she has, but quite the order is still questionable.
Would any of this make any more sense to Dax, DM?
How much has Dax got?
never mind. Please hold.
Well, fine. You're gonna be that way.
Yeah. No response, John.
Have you been attacked by aliens at work? Nice.
He's returned to us.
Has Dax
How much has
got
Dax?
any experience of traveling in the Feywild?
Ooh. I think he might have went with his mum's. I'm sure they would go there at some point.
There is potential that you have heard of this circus, and if you haven't heard of this circus, you've heard of other similar circuses.
Mm-hmm.
You know that there are circuses that travel the Feywild and other realms that collect oddities that provide those that fall through the cracks somewhere to go.
Right.
That if you want to go to for entertainment, they are a great place to go for entertainment. But much like with anything Fey in Origin, you need to make sure you pay a fair price.
Okay. So I'll sort of relay that to Moss about it sounds like something I've come across with these Fey circuses. Now, from what you've told me, Moss, it sounds like when you were at the circus, you'd also lost your memory. Like you did not, you were still suffering from amnesia then.
Yeah, I didn't have it then either.
So, but you also, when we met, you didn't remember the circus.
Mm-hmm.
So something is continually wiping your memory.
Maybe. That'd be Drake.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Could that be Drake? I mean, he said he gave my memory back, but if they're, Trixie and...
Well, he's not... You don't have all your memories back. So either the wording of the deal was not precise enough, or there's some way where, as you said, maybe he wiped your memory once and maybe someone's done it before, so he's returned what he took. But I mean, these circuses, have, if you can fall foul of them, and bad things can happen. So it could be the circus that started all this off. Yeah, so it's complicated.
Yeah. I'm getting somewhere though, so that's good at least, right? I think that's good. Progress. You can kind of see that as she's saying it, she's trying to convince herself a little bit that it's good.
As someone who technically is a fey creature and was raised by fey creatures, you have to be very careful with them. I mean, I've sort of lowered my voice a bit and go, like, I don't particularly trust Dawn. Like,
Have I seen about my husband? Sorry, I'm not. I do not know that. I was just somebody saying funnily out of my head.
Just standing right behind him.
Sorry, Cher's not listening.
Yeah,
she's in her own world of what the fuck just happened.
It's not that he's malicious, potentially, but just they see things differently and have different rules in their society. But you have to be. I mean, I don't necessarily always trust my own mums, so they're difficult creatures.
So there's always potentially something else that's going on.
Often, they're very rarely honest about their motives.
Okay. Can you teach me more about it so that if he comes back, I can maybe make a better deal?
Absolutely.
Or at least not.
And share you. I mean, that's what my mums did. They made deals with people, and I've seen them. I always thought my mums were quite fair with people, and still, people end up dying or having horrible fates. But it wasn't so much a trick. But some fae, yeah.
I thought maybe I'd want to go back there, but I'm not so sure.
Well, I mean, what I'd say is, if you do want answers, and we know about the circus, it is potentially a place to get information. I could make some inquiries with the sort of connections I do have with the Fae and see if anyone knows about the specific circus or
just don't get yourself into trouble on my behalf.
Oh no, I'm not going to get in any trouble. But I don't know, it seems like we've got a place to look.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to know, if you don't want to, if you just want to see if things happen, return on their own, absolutely. Like, whenever you deal with the Fae, whether you win, lose, or whatever, there's a cost.
I do want to know if I can do safely without risking you guys. Then I would like to know.
I mean, bear in mind, we're always risking each other's lives. Snick had killed most of the party before, and you've helped us. You're not just someone who's tagging along. You're is equally involved in all this stuff as any of us. So we've killed Brim's assassins. We'll find Tanny's family. We'll find Cherish's family.
Who's Tanny?
Who's Tanny? We'll find Cherish's family. will will do all that.
Mhm.
So helping you is just another part of that.
Okay. If you're sure, just stay safe.
I mean, we're probably just going to get all killed by oral anyway, so it's, might as well piss off some more powerful magical creatures. And
If you piss off enough of them, they have a fight over which one gets you.
yeah.
That's amazing.
How do we go about pissing these guys off?
We shall.
Yeah, thank you. I still haven't quite
Situation.
I still haven't quite placed where I know you from. Or I think I know you.
It's off because I don't remember you at all. But I mean, I don't know how much I can even trust that because I don't remember. Like, memory seems very malleable in this group.
If
Would you remember you don't remember?
No.
if maybe if I figure it out, I'll let you know. But if you're from the Fae, do many people look like you?
Well,
there?
I'm a Pex blood. This is all asking Moss. Do you know what that is?
Not really. No.
Okay, so I was human, born human family.
Mhm.
They all died. But it's happened when I was like less than 1 year old. And because I was then brought up by my mums, who are hags, who are fae, that magic can change you. So I am, I am a fae creature, but I'm not from the fae. It's a paperwork nightmare trying to tick boxes on that, what you are. But, so I have connections to the fae, but I'm also, some fae would look down on me, for example.
Okay.
Most of my experience comes through my mums.
Yeah. I'll keep digging in my memories. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Yeah.
I'm just really glad I found you guys.
Well, it's from some of the things you've said, and you seem to think yourself that maybe that wasn't a coincidence.
I do wonder, but maybe it was worth the risk. I don't know. You guys feel safe, at least.
Dax is sort of like, from some of the things that happened with our party recently. I'm not
Not
a strained group right now for various reasons.
not normal. She can kind of see your facial expression. Like not normal, but like connection, like people understand and people look out for each other and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's worth a lot to have people you can count on.
Do you think AJ's gonna be okay?
I don't know if any of us are going to be okay. So, Cherish is looking for family members. AJ's had lives like a few of us. Snicket, I don't know what's going on. Carrion seems happy enough, but he seems to have his own past. I just, after embarking on this whole thing to try and help people, I just murdered 2 people, and I don't know if anyone's going to be okay.
I'm sorry you had to do that.
I've done similar before. It
doesn't strike me as a thing that gets easier, though.
It needed to be done, and I thought me and Cherish were probably the best people for it. And the longer we've talked about it, and the different scenario, it was just, I mean, it's hard to even say if all that stuff was real, if those were like people in the same sense. Were they creations of Oral? Does that matter? Does that change anything if they were? Like, it felt real.
Maybe that's the point. It didn't matter one way or the other.
When we were fighting each other, essentially we killed each other at some points, but we were all okay at the end of it. So
yeah.
But I don't know. We seem to be racking up a lot of trauma between us, and I don't know. As I say, I don't know if any of us are going to be okay. But there's better. Things can get better.
Yeah. I just hope everyone gets something good out of gestures vaguely this. Whether they will or not, hard to know.
Cherish has found her brother. But now he might be in terrible danger. But that, that's
that's later.
She did find him. She did find him. That is undeniable.
Yeah.
Before I wrap up the session, would anyone else like to air any further traumas or have heartwarming talks with Moss or anyone else in the group?
Yeah, you're all bitches.
Actually, I do. I quickly ask Karen if he's got send a message to my brother, see if he's in the same position or not.
I am aware of this man. So
you are aware of Kieran.
I met him in everything.
Yeah.
So
I just shake Karen's please tell me, is he still in Bryn Shandar, not in Bryn whatever the other one is?
First of all, stop shaking me.
You can see she's in pure terrified here, Karen.
Yes, but doesn't mean you have to get violent towards me.
I'm sorry, please just tell me he's still in Bryn Shandar.
Well, if I do sending, I can just speak to him. I can't say if he's there, but I will ask if he knows.
Okay.
So yeah, I sit down. I concentrate. What's his name again?
Kieran.
Kieran.
Boy, shut up. Boy.
So Kieran, I am with Cherish. Are you in Bryn Shandar, or are you somewhere else? Are you okay? What is happening? You can reply. That's it. I should have one word left over, but I'm not using it.
Huh. What? I'm in Bryn Shandar. Cherish told me to stay here. Wait. Have you heard from Oaken? We've not heard from them for several days. She was a friend. Is a friend, I hope.
Oh?
Okay, so sending another one. So this was Oaken? Was the name?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. Cherish received message from Oaken, said you were in danger. We are on way back. We'll be there as soon as we can. Cherish fine.
Cherish fine.
I
Bloody
told Oaken Cherish was powerful and had powerful friends, that she could reach out if she needed to. I lost count on my fingers, but...
Right.
I'm safe.
Right.
I'm in Burinshandar.
Okay. Right. Not going to send any more messages. I am going to turn to Cherish.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Oh,
He's in Bryn Shandar,
right.
but he told Oaken, the person who spoke to you, the lady who spoke to you, that you were powerful and had powerful friends, and that she should reach out if she needed help. So she's in trouble.
Right.
But
we need to help her.
But your brother's still in Bryn Shandar because you told him not to leave.
Yeah, he of course he listened to me.
So
Okay, we don't need to go to Caer Divinifel then.
I told him we were going to be going to Bryn Shandar, so you can
Get there and then go for it.
get there and confirm things with him. I don't know, but
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. You're the best. Thanks, Karen.
Now time for us to act out an overly long Uno match between the entire party. Come on.
Hell yeah, let's go! I'll fucking crush you all.
As you get out the Uno cards...
That are strangely slimy.
Somewhat slimy?
Yeah, where did I get these?
Yeah.
That. Right, real quick before we head off, this will take a minute. The very first time I ever played Uno was when I was playing as Hector in my West Marches game, and the only reason why we were doing it is because we set these defenses so every other party in the West Marches wouldn't steal the heart of the world, but then they got too busy fighting each other and never came near us, so we just played Uno, and I fucking won! Hector is the best!
Meanwhile, somewhere in the Astral Sea, there is a plasmoid who goes, "Where's my cards gone?"